I'm not doing this for clicks. I'm doing this because this is honestly how I feel. I think I'm speaking for my partner, Jen, too, as well as our cameraman, John, who were all on the road for 2 weeks covering really important things, which was being drowned out not only by YouTube suppression, but our fellow progressive comrades. I'm going to start with 2 disclaimers. Jimmy Dore is a friend of mine. He's been really good to me. He's had me on the show, which has helped expose more people to status Coup. I know while he was at the Young Turks, I won't get into it, but I know he went to bat for me in some situations. I actually think he's unfairly criticized as a, conspiracy theorist and this and that. Many things he says end up being true. I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with his style at all times. And I don't think he agrees with everything I say. I know he doesn't because we've had text battles. But overall, I'm a Jimmy Dore fan. I've lost subscribers actually by having him on and all that. I like Aaron Mate too. I have no issue with him. I think he absolutely had a right to defend himself against smears by TYT, calling him a paid Russian stooge, all this. I have no problem with Jimmy going after TYT for as long as he has on, their shift, frankly, to the right. So that's not the issue here to me. The issue here, and I'm just gonna, I don't really care if I lose you by saying this. I don't really care if I burn any bridges by saying this. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm absolutely disgusted by the majority of independent progressive media that literally, I think we're on week 3 now, maybe week 4. I can't keep up because I was just on the road for 2 weeks. That literally, for no other reason other than clicks. Let's not pretend it's because Jimmy Dore versus TYT and Aaron Mate is the top issue at hand. It's not. We could walk and chew gum at the same time. People could cover TYT's attack on Aaron's response. People could cover Jimmy and TYT's falling out. You could walk and chew gum at the same time. We were literally in parks with a sea of homeless people, learning about corruption, learning about judges and politicians going down to those parks, giving them drugs. We were literally in Louisville interviewing Breonna Taylor's aunts over a year after this happened. There's no one else talking about it. There's a massive cover-up here. Massive cover-up. Spoke with 2 of her aunts. Jen's going through homes in the wealthiest country on earth that have literal shit piping into them from other homes, and slumlords evicting an autistic trans man. We're in West Virginia actually digging on Joe Manchin's corruption. You know, Joe Manchin, who is the only name really talked about in the media. We're doing all of these things. We're going live in large part because of YouTube, which is another story. I don't know, 200, 300 people. I see channels literally every single day, sometimes multiple videos a day. This one bashes that one. All caps. Literally doing commentary on other people's commentary on other people's commentary. I literally am mass DMing, texting people with huge followings, just asking them to retweet it so people even know we are on the ground, because YouTube is not showing people our content. I can't get them to retweet it, much less cover it. Thank you to Kyle Kalinske, who covered one of the things we did, as well as Mike from the Humanist Report. I'm not sending them to retweet or asking them to cover it to grow status Coup, to grow my Twitter following. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm asking you to do it because why are you in this? I'm asking you. I'm not expecting these channels to strap up and go in the field. You don't have to go in the field to be a progressive or add value. There's plenty of great commentaries who, Crystal, Kyle, Mike, Jimmy, Lee Camp. I'm forgetting people. Rational National. But this is what we're spending weeks on, as there is a mass eviction apocalypse, as there is an exploding homelessness, as a cover-up is going on in Louisville, as we're exposing that Joe Manchin might have broke laws in West Virginia, which we exposed down there. Don't do it for me or Jen or Status Coup. You don't need, if you don't want to cover what we're doing in the field, I don't get it. You bash the corporate media, but one of the few actual independent outlets that's in the trenches, you don't want to comment on that. You don't want to respond to their reporting. You'll read Washington Post articles. You'll read New York Times articles. You'll read Huffington Post articles. Hell, TYT made a whole career off of reading Huffington Post articles and reacting. But nobody wants to react to actual reporting done by independent outlets who don't take a dime of corporate money. You know how hard it is to afford going on the road through 4 states for 2 weeks? We probably spent, I don't know, $6-7 grand. That was driving, not taking flights or renting cars. Food, gas, hotels, parking, which is a huge scam in cities across America, equipment we needed. It is outrageous. And frankly, I don't give a flying fuck if certain channels want to respond to this and whatever, attack me, attack Jen, attack John, attack Status Coup. I don't care if we're canceled. I don't give a shit. You all should be ashamed of yourself. I'm not mad because you're getting 1,000 live viewers and I'm not. What I'm upset about is the brazen and deliberate of independent progressive hosts essentially to create a softcore TMZ instead of covering real things. If you don't want to cover our segments, I don't get it, but that's your prerogative. But at least cover these things. How many fucking videos do you have to do on Aaron, Jimmy, this, that? It's like this fucking endless hamster wheel. And I don't think it's bullshit, and I don't think it's drama. I think Aaron had a right to defend himself. I think Jimmy, it's within his purview to go after TYT. Frankly, I don't agree with what Jimmy said to Anna, which was a source of contention. I don't think you should joke about women or men's dress at the workplace, even if you are a comedian. I'm glad he apologized. I don't agree with what he did. Even if Anna was, low-key trying to blackmail him. But the bottom line is, we live in possibly the most corrupt country on this earth, the wealthiest country on this earth, where literally we are in a new Gilded Age. We have a corporate media that is literally there to keep this corruption intact. And we need to spend 3 fucking weeks on TMZ. I'm not calling it bullshit, but people need to walk and chew gum at the same time. And for those of you and those channels, and you know who you are, look in the mirror. If you could honestly answer that you didn't do this for clickbait and you didn't do this to grow your subscribers, which many of them have, and you didn't do this to take a cheap shortcut, then you're full of shit. Steve, I'll let you respond before you have to go.
I just, as I've told you, we've been working with the new Untouchables to pull out these stories, the ones that you're out there in the field doing. Patrick Lovell and Eric Vaughn and Bill Black and the rest of them have gone throughout the country finding these same stories of mortgage theft and on and on and on, elite control fraud, and people ultimately losing their homes and committing suicide. We have not been able to get any alternative media to even sniff these people's stories out. Not one time. In fact, when we tweet it out, just the same as you, we send it in all these chats. We're begging people, please get this story out there. This podcast that we're doing is not, I'm a bit player in it. I mean, I'm one of the people there. I provide the economic side of it. But these are the stories of people that are really still going through this. One woman literally tried to kill herself over the stuff. One woman did kill herself, blew herself away, named Addie Polk. We have been trying so hard to get these stories out there, and they can't be bothered. They literally can't be bothered. And you know what? I'm so over it. At night I've been mocking them on my, because it's like I am so tired of watching people click down with the DNC, 20,000 likes, or hey Anna, blah blah blah, 50,000 likes, a million retweets, and then you have something like this, and you literally can't even get a quote unquote ally to fucking take this goddamn story and fucking help give it some fuel. I don't give a shit about me. Dude, I'm a guy that's a dad. I work from home with my kids. I'm not here trying to be some other thing. I'm what I am. I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm looking to get these people's stories out there. And that's what we're doing. And not one of them has said, oh my God, what do you guys even have there? They don't give a flying fuck. And it literally is dealing with not only the state people that work on the mortgages and the rent and so forth, but it's also the prosecutors and the victims themselves. And not one person, not one has reached out and said, what about this? We got Dennis Kucinich coming up. We've got Michael Perino, who wrote the book Hellhound of Wall Street. We got Thomas Frank coming up. We got a bunch of these big names, and these people still won't cover it. These guys are sitting there. They're part of it. They're helping us investigate this stuff.